Good morning, dear students. Welcome back to our English class. Today, in our English class, we are going to study a new lesson from the Beehive book, and the name of the lesson is My Childhood. This chapter is an autobiography of the most famous scientist as well as the former President of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. And in this chapter, he talks about his childhood. So let's see the introduction of the lesson first. My Childhood deals with the famous biography Wings of Fire of the celebrated Indian APJ Abdul Kalam. My Childhood refers to a section in this book. This section or chapter talks about the early days of Kalam, means his childhood. Furthermore, the chapter gives us an idea of how the childhood of Abdul Kalam prepared him to become a successful scientist and president in the future. Much has to do with his upbringing, with Kalam discusses in this section from Wings of Fire. Moreover, Kalam tells us about his parents and siblings here. He also mentions the important role of his friends in his life. In short, one can say that in My Childhood, Kalam mentions everything that had an impact on his life. These things shaped him into the successful man he became in the future. Now we'll see the summary of the lesson. So first we'll see about his childhood. Professor Abdul Kalam's birth and his childhood. This lesson tells us about Professor Abdul Kalam's childhood. He is one of the world's greatest scientists, and his father's name was Jalaluddin. His mother's name was Aishama. He was born in the year 1931 at Rameshwaram, and his parents were neither much educated nor rich. Yet they were very generous and kind, and they were also very helpful. Many outsiders ate with the family every day. Means they used to feed many people, many outsiders also. Kalam inherited honesty and self-discipline from his father. He has learnt it was the quality which was inborn. He got inherited this quality from his father, and from his mother he inherited faith in goodness and deep kindness. Now about his house and family. Abdul Kalam had 3 brothers and 1 sister. They lived in their old ancestral house. Ancestral means given by हमारे old people, पूर्वजों के द्वारा जो दिया गया घर था. He was living there. It was a large pakka house. It was on the Mosque Street in Rameshwaram. Now, how did he get his first earning? Now, he says, Abdul Kalam was only 8 years old when the Second World War broke out in the year 1939. And there was suddenly a great demand for tamarind. Tamarind, in Hindi we call it imli, tamarind seeds. And Abdul Kalam would collect these seeds and sell them in the market. He used to go and sell, first he used to collect these seeds, imli ke beej, tamarind seeds, and then he used to go and sell them in the market. His cousin Samsuddin distributed newspaper. Now he had one cousin brother, his name was Samsuddin, and his work was to distribute the newspaper at that time. So he also employed Abdul Kalam as a helping hand. In this way, the child Abdul earned his first wages, his first income. Now, new teachers cast his action. Abdul Kalam's parents highly influenced him. Some of his friends and teachers also influenced him. His childhood was influenced by his parents, at the same time with his friends and teachers also. When he was in the 5th standard at Rameshwaram Elementary School, a new teacher came to the class to teach him. And Abdul was sitting with his close friend Ramananda Shastri in the front row. And the new teacher could not tolerate a Hindu priest's son sitting with a Muslim boy. He asked Abdul to sit on the back bench. He was very sad, and so was Ramanand Shastri. Both the friends were very sad. Abdul found Shastri weeping, means crying, and as he went to the last row, his friend was sitting in the last row and he was crying, and this made a lasting impression on Abdul. Later, Ramananda Shastri's father called the teacher. He asked him not to spread the poison of social separation, the social discrimination which the teacher was doing with the students, with the children. So the teacher felt sorry for his mistake. Then, Abdul's science teacher, Siva Subramanya Iyer, was a high caste Brahmin. His wife was very conservative. She used to believe in many traditions, but he did his best to break out social barriers. One day, the teacher he invited Abdul to his home for a meal. His wife refused to serve Abdul in her kitchen. Then Siva Subramaniam served Abdul with his own hands. He sat down beside with him with Abdul to eat his meal. The teacher invited Abdul to come again the next weekend. He went to his house next week. Then what his wife did? His wife took Abdul inside her kitchen. She served him food with her own hands. From his father, Abdul inherited honesty and self-discipline. His father was a very honest man and a very self-disciplined man. So Abdul also learned these qualities from his father. Abdul grew up. He asked his father's permission to study at Ramanathpuram, and his father allowed him to do so, that he can go and study over there. But his mother was very emotional and she was crying. So his father, he consoled his wife, and who had grown emotional because she was crying. So his father managed to explain to her mother. Then Abdul Kalam's father referred to Khalil Gibran, the Persian philosopher. And then he said to his wife, he told her that her children were not hers. They were the sons and daughters of life's longing for itself. Let them live freely. They came through her. His mother has given birth to Abdul, but they belong to life's longing. She might give them her love. His mother can give her love to the children, but their thoughts were their own. So this is your chapter. I hope you have understood. Thank you.